Okay. How about now? Can anybody see me? Anything? Anybody got anything? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on Twitch. Hey, okay, we're back on Twitch. Okay, we're back. Jeez. Ugh. I don't know what happened. It seemed like I got a weird internet glitch where it like reset my internet or something. I couldn't really tell what happened. Getting back in it. Bear with me 2 seconds, guys. I'm gotta reconnect my Steam Deck because my buttons aren't working now. Let me see if I can fix. Oh, it's not responding. Bogus. Man, I feel like this is giving me lots of errors there. It's probably because I need to like update my computer to Windows 11, and I've been very hesitant to do that. Like, I don't want to do that because I feel like it might screw something up. Okay, cool. So my buttons aren't working. That's great. That means I'll have to manually switch stuff, and my sound effects still work. Okay, that's good. It's just not talking to my stream. Maybe my Streamlabs like fucked up. That's probably more like it because it's not reading any of my scenes there. Okay, well, we'll go on without, I guess. Okay, let's finish this match. Thank you guys for whoever stayed. Like, that's really awesome of you. Yeah, I don't know what caused that. Sometimes that happens. I don't know. But I'm glad that you all were able to stick around and you're still here. I appreciate that. Technical difficulties are never fun. The question becomes now, am I going to be able to do enough damage? Which I don't think I will be able to one-hit KO the Charizard. Just not enough. Oh, maybe with this. Oh yeah, just enough to do enough damage. Okay, there we go. GG's, Hannah. Nah, are you still around? Let me know if you're still around. All right, GG's. Boy, oof. Technical difficulties. All right, well, maybe let's do this then. Maybe let's swap over and start opening some cards. What do you say, gang? Give me 2 seconds. I'm going to set up my play mat and pour myself some more wine because I feel like I need some wine after that. And we'll do this. We'll get this going. Gotta get my playmat out. Sorry, 2 seconds, guys. Sorry. Thank you for bearing with me. I understand that it gets kind of shitty whenever things don't work technology-wise. And it's always very embarrassing on this end. I have an inner panic attack when this shit happens. Okay. Let me... So I have to manually click into the scene now because my keyboard's not working. Yeah, it wasn't anything too terrible. It just... And now my Steam Deck isn't working. My Stream Deck isn't working, so I have to, like, manually click into the... Was it this one? Yeah, that's the right one. Okay, cool. I could have won it if I knew earlier that discarded 3 from your bench. Yeah, exactly. Destin Rivals 20, that's the one. Okay, so let's start off with the Prismatic Evolutions packs, which were the prize for hitting our sub goal on the last stream. We actually hit it twice over, so that means we're going to do two packs. 2 packs. So Prismatic Evolution, love them or hate them, we're opening them up tonight. I know they're a very controversial pack because I feel like they're one of the most inflated packs on the market right now. I think they're roughly around 12 to 15 bucks a pack. Although that is not the price that I paid for these. I paid MSRP only. That is a rule of mine. I only ever pay MSRP for Pokemon cards. You just got to be patient. Wait for those deals and know that sometimes you're going to strike out, and that's okay. And when you strike out, you just know, okay, well, better luck next time. We'll try again next time they do another drop. All right, starting off with our first pack. Was there a second one? The other one was, oh yeah, TCGL turns 2. Those were the 2 codes. TCGL turns 2. So it was the Destin Rivals 25 and TCGL turns 2. I would type it, but I don't have... I put my... That's it right there. TCGL turns 2. Or maybe it's PTCGL turns 2. Let me see. What did I type before? I guess I can look at that original post that I found it on and see if that has it. 2 seconds. I'll find out for sure. Let me know if that's right. I'm gonna double check just to make sure. No, the problem is I got to find that post where I had initially posted it. And I don't remember where I posted that. Originally I did TCGL turns 2. Okay. Just let me verify, because now I don't know if it's PCTGL. Now I'm like double guessing myself. Ugh, I can't find my old post. I'm looking right now. Okay, yeah, just TCGL turns 2. That is correct. There is no P. It's just TCGL turns 2, and then Destin Rivals 25. Jeez, sorry about that, guys. Getting all flustered here. Whenever I get like technical difficulties, it's always kind of like disheartening. Oh, I know. No, I thought you had left, and I already started switching the stream over. But we'll catch it on the next one for sure. Dang, yeah. Whenever I get these technical difficulties, it's always like kind of like disheartening because I just kind of like. It just takes the wind out of my sails. Ooh, a Wheezing has appeared. Okay. Let's see if anybody can catch that one. I need to get my chat pulled up so that I can try to redeem it. Stream manager. You need that wheezing. Oh, I don't own the ball. Shit. Shit, I need Pokeballs. I need Pokeballs. I need to go buy some Pokeballs real quick. Oh, I'm not going to have enough time to do it before the timer runs out. Come on, come on, come on. Shop. Pokeball. 5. Purchase. Okay, okay, okay. Did I get it in time? We'll see. We'll see if it worked. If I got it in time. Okay. First pack. Prismatic Evolutions. Here we go. This was a reward for us hitting our sub goal on the last stream. Starting off with the Fighting Energy. You buy 2 at a time. That's a good idea. I should start doing that. I just lose track of how many I've used. Not you are the only one who got the wheezing. Let's go. Well done, dude. Is it a good one? Is it a good wheezing? Ooh, Badoos. Badoos are priceless. They are so handy in TCG Live. Roto Stick. Oh, I've not seen this one before. Look at the top 4 cards on your deck. You may reveal any number of supporter cards you find there and put them into your hand. Shuffle the other cards into your deck. Very nice. That's actually pretty handy. Pyroar. Cool. I don't have a Pyroar yet. Earthen Vessel. Also another really good card to have in any deck. Helps you search for energy cards. Lacey. Shuffle your hand into your deck, then draw 4 cards. If your opponent has 3 or fewer prize cards remaining, draw 8 cards instead. Ooh, reverse hollow, sexy ass daddy professor. Professor Turo's scenario. I wonder what scenario he's cooking up. Huh? Deck essentials, right? When did you get it, Watchel? You must have got it on the last one, because that was actually the Watchel spawned right before I was having all those technical difficulties. We need a gold professor in pocket. Oh, that would be dope. Hoothoot. Reverse hollow. And Fluttermane. Fluttermane is actually pretty cool. You can make a deck with the there's called Ancient Toolbox. I have it in my as one of the World Championship decks that I got, and Fluttermane is handy in that. You love the Hoothoot. I couldn't see it because of the crash. Oh yeah, so you still got it. You still got it. Well, and that's the funny thing is, even though the stream crashed, the chat was still persisting, so you still got the rewards from the Pokemon community game. All right, let me sleeve these bad boys up. The flowers are so pretty. They really are, aren't they? On the Hoothoot. Some good arts. I love it. Yeah, the toolbox is very good at shutting down a lot of nonsense. Absolutely. And they're all single prize cards too. So that's always a strategy too, is if you can make a powerful deck that only allows your opponent to take 1 prize card when they knock you out, that's also a very good strategy. That's what makes that Misty's Gyarados deck that I was running earlier, that was what makes that so handy, is that your opponent will only ever take 1 prize card for a knockout, which allows you to catch back up. Man, I was so hyped to see if I could get another one. Ah, I know. We'll definitely save it for the next one, man. I promise you, we will do 2 back to back if that's cool with you. I think it would be fun to collect cards with nice flowers in them. Okay, let's say you're building a binder, right? That's all flower type. What would you name that binder? Or get melted by your deck? There's a Yamask, Hoothoot, Teddiursa, an EV2, I think. Hell yeah. All right, second pack of the Prismatic Evolutions. Here we go. Here we go. Can we get some hype in the chat? Let's see if we get something big in here. Did we get a hit? Also, y'all, don't forget, I re-added the Pride animated emote for Pride Month this year. It's the one from last year. I got lazy, didn't make a new one, but that is in the chat now. You can use, and you can use that on other people's chats as well. There we go. Yeah, give me that hype. Let's go. Let's go. Here we go. Second pack from Prismatic Evolutions. We have Grass Energy, Sneasel, Execute, always a good one. Larry Skill. Discard your hand and search your deck for a Pokemon, a supporter card, and a basic energy. Reveal them and put them into your hand. Then shuffle your deck. That's actually pretty handy. I mean, except that you have to discard your entire hand. Dunsparce. Not bad. Area 0 Underdepths. That's a good card. That allows you to if you have a Terra Pokemon, it allows you to expand your bench from 5 to 8. Can you put that TCG live code again? Yeah, absolutely. Ghost, if you wouldn't mind, would you paste those two codes for not? One was TCGL Turns 2, and the other was Destined Rivals 25. Ooh, Bug Catcher set. Here you go, Ghost, for your for your deck, for your Apple deck, for the Apple Orchard. Heatran. Ooh, guys. So this is what I love about the Prismatic Evolution set. Now, a lot of people are chasing those fancy Evolution cards. I don't care as much about those. I love these, the Pokeball pattern foil cards, because not only do they have foil down here like a reverse holo would be, but the art is foiled as well. And not only that, the card is textured. So it's textured like a fingerprint, and you can feel it if you like rub your finger across it, you can feel it. So these are super, super cool. And I actually think they're kind of a flex to use in a deck. So my Charizard deck in real life has the Pokeball pattern Badoo, and then my Dusclops lines, my Duskull lines are all the Pokeball pattern ones. So they're super, super cool. Wait, why does it say that the code is not valid on this site? Maybe you already redeemed it? Or maybe the code has already expired? I don't think so. I thought it was still valid. Oh yeah, sometimes the code submission's jank. I would love to make a live version of the Crab Apple. Aromatisse, reverse holo. And the last card of the Prismatic Evolutions. Oh, gang, we have an EX card in here. The TCG. Oh, make sure that you spell it right. I didn't do it right, so it's TCGL Turns 2. Sometimes I spelled it wrong when I first tried to do it and it didn't work. The last card is, it's a dragon. Dragapult EX. That's what the world needs, is more Dragapults. Am I right? Just what we needed, some more freaking Dragapults. My boy! Izzy, you missed it earlier, but Ghost said that Dragapult is the most basic deck, the unoriginal deck that everybody's running right now. What's up, Kenny? How you doing? Welcome in. But dude, those Dragapults are everywhere. Like, everybody's running a freaking Dragapult deck, or some variation of it. It's either the Dragapult Charizard, the Dragapult Goldengo, or just a straight up Dragapult kill you with a bunch of dragons. Use apps posting that said nope. I tried to taste, and then it worked. Huh, I wonder what the difference was. Maybe there was like a space that you copied as well. It said it was very original. Well, yeah, but you said it in a sarcastic way. With the most stink possible. It's literally like the basic boy thinks this is a cool card, which, like, yeah, you got me also a Charizard. Well, you know what? That was the thing. I built the Charizard deck, which Charizard is definitely like the most, you know, basic bitch Pokemon for sure. Because that's the one that everybody wants, and they always make the Charizard cards overpowered, and it drives a lot of the fan base, whatever. And I ran a Charizard deck, no shame about it, right? If you like a deck, run it. I don't give a shit. people will call me unoriginal, but it's not like any of us in these tournaments are actually like creating our decks from scratch. We all just looked up somebody else's deck recipe and then built off of that. So like, whatever, call me unoriginal. If I win, then that's on you. T-Pain, you know, the rapper singer T-Pain, he's like an avid competitive gamer, right? And he's actually a streamer on Twitch too. But I saw a clip where there's this girl who lost in a gaming tournament, and she's getting mad at the guy who beat her, and is like, "Learn, you only pressed Y. Press other buttons. You're cheating. You're just such a fucking cheater. Like, learn new moves. Do other moves. You just press Y." And T-Pain comes in and grabs the mic. He's like, "If you know he's just pressing one button, then you can counter it. If you know what he's going to do, then counter it. That's on you. If you're not going to, if you know exactly what he's doing, then you should be able to counter that." And I'm like, he's got a point there, because the guy's not cheating. Cheating and spamming are different things. If you're utilizing a mechanic in the game, it's not cheating. It was meant for you to use that. But if you know exactly what your opponent is doing, if you know what their strategy is, then you should be able to overcome that. That's the same thing of like, you hand a controller to your little brother who's 4 years old and all they do is button mash, right? You know what he's doing. He's not doing any combos. You should be able to counter that. So yeah, I can see his point on that. And that, you know, that makes sense. Your Remy deck, all your rats. All right, gang, are we ready for this? This is the big thing. This is what everybody was waiting for. We have the Destin Rivals Pokemon Center exclusive Elite Trainer box. I got this on pre-order on a drop on Pokemon Center 3 months ago. They did a drop on it, and it came in about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I've had this waiting for this. I am so excited for this. So the Pokemon Center exclusives are a little bit different than the ones that you can walk into a store and get. So the big differences are, you get more packs, you get an extra promo card that has the exclusive Pokemon Center stamp on it, and it's usually worth a lot more. So yeah, this is gonna be dope. People who are bad at games will say cheating. People who lost to RNG will be mad. Yeah, exactly. Like, and that's the thing about like Pokemon TCG, is it's all random. You know, sometimes you could have the best deck built in the world and you could have a type advantage against your opponent, but if you pull a shitty hand, you're kind of screwed. And that's what happens sometimes. And you know what? That is the luck of the game, man. That is how it goes. Like, even in TCG Live, I think I only have about a 56% win rate in that game. So even though I'm using good decks and I know how to play them really well, I still only win just over half of my matches. You win some, you lose some, but it's all about having fun. And I think that's something I need to like train myself in my mindset when I go to tournaments, is like to not get upset or not take a loss too harshly. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. In fact, a good example of this is when I did the League Cup. There was a guy who was one of my opponents, and he just skunked out every match. He lost so much, and he was so disappointed. He was beating himself up about it. A week later, there was another tournament. He came in first place. So, like, with the same deck, he was using the exact same deck. So sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, sometimes you get good opponents, sometimes you don't. And that's just how it goes. 55% is good enough for real. Yeah, right? Yeah, there's something about looking up meta decks and running those just so you can experience winning is kind of denying yourself the experience of engaging with the game mechanics to do something interesting. Deck building is a form of expression, and if your self-expression is, I want to win with someone else's deck, then that's boring as fuck. And you know what? Ooh, we got another Pokemon. We got a Burmy in the chat. Okay, exclamation Pokecatch to try to catch that Burmy, y'all. And, you know, just looking up a meta deck and building it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to win, because whoever built that deck was probably building it for a very specific strategy in mind, and probably to counter other very specific strategies. So while it may have won in nationals, doesn't mean that you're going to be able to use that same deck and be successful, because you may not know how to play that deck, or it may not make sense to you. Some good studies of how younger generations have better failure tolerance and risk taking because of a lack of aversion to losing because of video games. I try to adopt that mindset too, but it's hard. Dude, that's actually kind of interesting. And maybe that's just speaks to the nihilistic nature of Gen Z and Gen Alpha, is like, they're like, we're doomed. Nothing we can do is going to make anything better. So we know we're losing. We're born losers, born to lose. You love the black and red. Oh, I know, right? Yeah, the black art. So the non-Pokemon Center art is inverse. So whatever's black is red and whatever's red is black. Got to internalize that Dark Souls mindset. Failure is just an opportunity to prove, right? Adapt and overcome. That's what we do. But yeah, I think a bad deck in the hands of a good player is better than a good deck in the hands of a bad player. So what's so great about these players guides is it shows you every card that is in the set. So you can go through and check off as you're trying to build a master set. Burmy has been caught by aptly named Ghost, Not, and Izzy. You guys all got the Pokemon. I struck out. I do remember some old Tumblr posts about later generations being increasingly nihilistic. Dude, that's so true. I mean, like, that's why Rick and Morty is so popular. That is like the nihilist manifesto. All right, so let's look at some of the art cards in this set, some of the cool ones. That Shaman, I have this in TCG Live. I use that one for sure. There's that Typhlosion. I used that one. Oh, this is that Rapidash that Jace pulled at our house on Pokenight the other day. You got a level 1 weak ass Burby. Remember, you can trade them in. You can trade in Pokemon that you don't want, and maybe you'll get something better. This, I think, is one of my personal chase cards of this set. The Misty Psyduck. Look at that. Look at how cool that is. I want that card so bad. Oh yeah, pretty card. Yeah, and I think you can only do one trade every 3 hours. Ooh, look at the Zamazenta. It's a little hard to see. Let me see if I can focus the camera close enough for it. It's hard to tell. You're kind of mad. You got level 1 back? Oh, no. Well, you got to wait 3 more hours to try again, I guess. Okay, but it may be a level 1, but it may have good stats, so it may be worth evolving. A lot of cool cards in this set. All right, let's get to it. Let's get to it, gang. I'm not going to delay any longer. Let's open this bad boy up. And I do love that these boxes can be useful to store your decks and your bulk cards and whatnot. All right, so in here we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 booster packs. And I think the regular off-the-shelf Pokemon Center ETB, I mean non-Pokemon Center ETB comes with 9. So I think you get 2 more packs. We've got some damage counters and a damage dice. Very cool. We get some really cool box dividers. And our promo cards, the Team Rockets Wobbuffet. There's actually 2 of them in there. One of them has the Pokemon Center exclusive stamp on there. And I'll pull that out here in just a sec. We've got some condition markers. We get a set of super dope Mewtwo and Giovanni sleeves. You know I want to put these on my Mewtwo deck. I have to. And a bunch of energy cards, which, like we need more energies. Wobbuffet was always so annoying to me as a kid. It's truly my Jar Jar Binks of Pokemon. So I stopped watching Pokemon before they got to that generation with Wobbuffet. But what was his voice like? You do have to. It's the law. I have to use the energies. Bad Taste, if you're still around, would you mind giving me a price check on the 2 Wobbuffets? Both the Pokemon Center one and then the regular one. So super cool. We got the dividers. Man, the color scheme is freaking awesome. Whoa, Buffett. I don't know. Did that sound like it? Did that track? And the code cards that you get from ETBs actually give you the sleeves in the game in TCG Live, so you can use those sleeves. Got it in one. Whoa, Buffett. That can't be right. He says it like, wah, wah, Buffett. Wah, like Waluigi. Okay, so the regular one is $350. Okay. Waluigi. So $3.50 for that one, not bad. And what about the one with the Pokemon Center stamp? $54? $54. $3.50 for this one. $54 for this one? Holy shit.
That's a lot of nuts!
That is a lot of nuts. Wow. Waluigi would totally have a Wobbuffet on his team. Sorry, closer to 53. Dang. That little Pokemon Center stamp right there is the difference of $50. Damn, not the promo card paying for the box. Yeah, pretty much, right? Well, shit, I need to put these in a sleeve right away. You know, that's the same of the Eevee promos that came in the Pokemon Center exclusive Prismatic Evolution ETBs. And, you know, maybe that's the thing. The promo cards from the Pokemon Center ones, because you can only get them online at PokemonCenter.com through a limited drop, that's probably like the scarcity of them. Let me post something in the Discord. Oh man, my buttons still aren't working. I can't tab over to it. At least not easily. Oh,
Wobbuffet! Wobba! Wobbuffet! Wop! Wobbuffet! Wobbuffet! Wob! Wobbuffet! 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 Wob! Wobbuffet! Wob! Wob! Wobbuffet! 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 Wobbuffet!
I fucking hate that. That is awful. That is awful. Can you add this as a sound clip? You know what? I'm gonna add that as my alarm sound for when I wake up in the morning for work.
Wobbuffet! Wobba! Wobbuffet!
And you know, that's the thing is, like, I know all the Pokemon voices are done by I missed how that happened as I looked for a clip. Yeah, maybe I'll make it a sound clip. No, if I'm gonna do a Pokemon sound clip, it's gonna be the French Starmie. So I know there's voice actors doing the voices from them, but this one, it sounds like a person and not as a Pokemon. You know what I mean?
Wop! Wobbuffet! Wobbuffet! Wob! Wobbuffet!
I just picture some woman in the sound booth just Wobbuffet! Wobbuffet! So stupid. Oh man. Okay, let's do some packs, gang. We're not gonna do all of them. I feel like we probably won't be able to get through all of these tonight, but let's do some. I want to preserve one of the ones with the Mewtwo art. Let me do one of those first, actually, because I want to make this a pack, a display for the booster pack dispenser in the back. So I have to like preserve the pack. very carefully so I can repack it with old code cards. You found literally the perfect one to encapsulate my rage. And see, that's the thing. They don't open perfectly. Like, they're kind of hard to like split on the seam. Sometimes the packs open really, really easily. Sometimes they don't, and it's really annoying. Let me see if I can just score it really closely with the razor here. It's like I'm performing surgery. Oh, man, I'm gonna fuck this all up. I very, very delicately want to... Did I do that? Nope. I think I made it worse. Fuck. Wow, Buffett. Maybe if I open it from the bottom. I clap in between my hands and wiggle, wiggle, wiggle the tinfoil until it opens. Oh, okay. I don't know what that means or how I would do that, but maybe if I just score it along the bottom here. There we go. There we go. Okay, now we got it. Now we got it. And as long as I don't rip it, I can pull these out. Come on. Come out of here. Oh, God. Oh, God. There we go. Okay. Woo. As long as it looks good on the front, that's what's important, right? All right, let me save that so I don't destroy it. All right. The rest of the packs I won't open that delicately. All I needed was one good one. Starting off with the Destined Rivals here. Here we go. First pack of the night. First pack magic. Let's get some hype in the chat. Hopefully we'll get something big. Team Rocket's Raticate. Very cool. Ooh, that's a good Raticate card. I want to reverse hollow this to put in my Gen 1 binder. Aracuda. We've got, Arviz Mischief. Oh, Ghost, I saw that the new art card, the illustrated rare card of the Mabostiff, the Arviz Mabostiff. Super cute. That is your chase. I know it. Baby boy. Dolive. Ethan's Pincer. I really want a reverse of this one, too. Sacred Ash. Shuffle up to 5 Pokemon from your discard pile into your deck. I run this in my Misty's Gyarados deck. It's super great. Super great card. Team Rocket's Hypno. Ooh, Combuskin. Reverse Hollow. Fire Chicken. Spicy Chicken. Not gonna lie, Rattata probably the worst Pokemon to draw. Right? Rattata's not great. Buizel. More like Combustkin. Combustkin. Hydrapple. Oh, Ghost, that's the one that you use in your deck. Nice. It's like a Hydra, but also an apple. Hydrapple. Give. Will do. I'll set that one aside for you. Yeah, so it's actually a pretty good card, especially if you can get a lot of energy in your hand. It can come in handy. It can come clutch a win for you because I'll read it right here. So discard 6 basic leaf energy cards from your hand and knock out your opponent's active Pokemon. If you can't discard 6 cards this way, this attack does nothing. So for 1 energy, if you've got 6 energy cards in your hand, you can get a free knockout no matter what. Still no EX Sizer in pocket. Ooh, we've got a Pommy spawning in the chat. Ooh, I like Pommy. I want him. Give me that Pommy. Don't listen to your gremlin, Frond. Enjoy it. Oh, the EX Sizzler. I mean, it's still no Wobbuffet.
Wobbuffet. Wobbuffet.
That's such a stupid sound. I hate it. Hopefully we get a Wobbuffet spawning in the chat so Izzy can catch one.
Wobbuffet.
I want Fet in pocket, not gonna lie. He'd be funny as fuck. Catch to kill. What does he even do? Let me see what he does. Okay. So he has Rocket Mirror, move all damage counters from one of your benched Team Rocket's Pokemon to your opponent's active Pokemon. Ooh, that's actually kind of handy. Although he has to be in the front seat to do that. So it's not an ability. He has defense kind of... Okay, yeah, he's a little defense. And then Headbutt Bounce for 70 damage. 3 energies to do it, though. Oof. Not great. Not a great card. If the Rocket Mirror was an ability, he would be absolutely meta. Mela, you were the only one who caught the Pommy. He's kind of goated in the games too. Highly used competitive. Really? What makes him so goated? Yeah, Pommy, let's go, Mela. I have one stray hair that keeps falling in my face and it's bugging the shit out of me. Can you use Gardevoir to pile damage counters on your bench Pokemon? Yes, you can. You absolutely can. So you could do that. Oh, I see what you mean. So yeah, put him in a Gardevoir deck. Use Gardevoir's ability to put damage counters and energy on your bench Pokemon, and then... Yeah, absolutely. So just run a Team Rocket deck with a Gardevoir line in there. What are we getting? A Darkrai 2.0? We need another damage when putting energy ability Poke. Exactly right. Darkrai 2.0. Yeah, so I could see it basically because it can only work on a Team Rocket's Pokemon. So it has to be a Team Rocket's Pokemon that you do that to. So as long as you have a Psychic Team Rocket's Pokemon, maybe like a Mewtwo or something, on your bench, and you had a Gardevoir, you could potentially stack damage counters on that bench Pokemon and then use the Wobbuffet to transfer it. Roselia. The Cynthia's Garchomp deck uses the Roselia and the evolution of it. What does it evolve to? I forget. Roserade. It's a really, really good deck. It's really strong. I gotta go, friends. Love you all. Bye, nighty night. Don't let the bed bugs out. All right, Izzy, have a good night, dude. Have a good night. Yeah, the Roserade. Heat rod him. He's a little oven. Little toaster oven. Impy Dimpy. Yay. Marnie's Impidimp. And a Marnie's Morgrim. Where were these before I built my deck? Yes, let's play a game soon. Team Rocket's Venture Bomb. Flip a coin. If heads, put 2 damage counters on one of your opponent's Pokemon. If tails, put 2 damage counters on your active Pokemon. Ouch. I mean, I guess that could be useful in a pinch. Arvin's Toedscruel. Ooh, Team Rocket Spidops. This Spidox is a fucking... It hits like a fucking freight truck. It's insane. This attack does 30 damage to for each of your Team Rocket's Pokemon in play. So in a Mewtwo, Team Rocket's Mewtwo deck, this card can be super goated, and it matches up really well against my Gardevoir because it's a Leaf type, and Leaf type has advantage. So this thing can one-shot my Grimmsnarls. It's rough to go up against. And it's just enough damage that, just enough HP that he's like out of reach for a lot of like bench hitting attacks. Ooh, Team Rocket's Porygon, Reverse Hollow, let's go. And the Gorbis, very cool. Yeah, that Spidops is a really good card. I actually lost one of my matches the other night in the tournament to a Team Rocket's Mewtwo deck. And basically, I won the first matchup against him because I was basically just one-hit KOing his Mewtwo's. and then he switched up his technique and didn't play any other Mewtwo's and just used the Spidops to do damage against my Grimmsnarls. And he had me cooked from that point on. Got a little needle nose to drain its prey of fluid. Is that what it does? Like a little mosquito? Gorbis is so freaking rad. I did not know that. Wait, let me set the Hydrapple aside for you. All right, next pack. Ooh, this one's got the Ho-Oh on the cover. Very cool.
Wob, wob, Wobbuffet.
I think I need to have that as a sound alert. Yeah, Gorbis is crazy. Sorry, I can't show that on stream, Ghost, because I have to like tab over and that button's not working on my thing anymore. So like, it's just very cumbersome for me to switch camera angles. All right, next pack. Here we go. No, I shouldn't anyway. Okay. Fair enough. It's pretty grisly. All right, next pack. Here we go. We've got Electric Energy. Team Rocket's Larvitar. It's funny. So I tried going up against a Team Rocket's, what is it? His final form of the Larvitar is the, why is that escaping my tongue right now? Tyranitar, there we go. And the Tyranitar is actually pretty good. Look, if someone sends hits in the Discord server, okay, I'll take a look at it. I'll try to do that, yeah. Or if you're Alondo from a few months ago, ground on. Oh yeah, that's right. I did say that at one point. Here, watch. I have one of the Tyranitar. I have one of them over here. It's the promo card from the other night. So he can actually do some heavy damage. Sandstream. During Pokemon checkup, if this Pokemon is in the active spot, put 2 damage counters on each of your opponent's basic Pokemon. So you get free damage counters that you can place like that. And then Demolition Tackle. Discard an energy from your opponent's active Pokemon. So that can be very punishing to decks that only run a certain specific number of energy cards. Like in my Charizard deck, I only run 6 energies. But because he's fighting, I basically soloed him with my Badoo in the front seat. So he couldn't build up enough energy onto his Tyranitar. And with the type advantage of the Badoo, I attached the not the Bravery Charm, but the thing that allows me to do an extra 30 damage. So I was doing 80 damage per hit to his Tyranitars. All right, never have I ever. Whenever somebody redeems Never Have I Ever, I pull a card from the Never Have I Ever deck, hold it up to the screen. If you have done the thing that it never has we said we do, then raise a hand in the chat, put a hand emoji, whatever you want to do, or even better, tell us the story. Never have I ever tried to move something with my mind. I feel like we've all tried that. Maybe as kids, like we've tried to like use our psychic abilities to perform telekinesis feats. It never worked though. And I mean, we've all done it. Definitely done it all the time. I'm doing it right now. I'm trying to move stuff in your guys' rooms with my mind. All right, Larvitar. Steven's Beldum. Very nice. I did that after I watched the first time Star Wars. It was fun. You try to use the Force. Satotl. Very cute. Oh, a Pichu. I don't have a Pichu yet. Ethan's Pichu. Zapping Draw. Draw a card. 30 damage. Hey, always handy. Rapid Dash. Hurried Gate. Once during your turn, you may draw a card. Hey, that's handy. Fire Main for 60 damage. Not a whole lot of damage. They never make Rapid Dashes that hit hard in the game. I always feel like Rapid Dash kind of gets a bad rap. A dash. Marnie's Scrafty. Not a great card. I immediately removed him from my Marnie's deck. TM Machine. Search your deck for up to 3 Pokemon tools that have technical machine in their name. Reveal them and put them into your hand, then shuffle your deck. Ooh, that is pretty handy. Another Scrafty. Technical machine. Yeah, that's like when people say ATM machine. Ooh, the reverse hollow Electabuzz. Very cool. And an Annihilate. Very nice, very nice. Hey, what up, ZB? What's good, brother? Do you have a Mew or a Mewtwo card? Oh, buddy, I got lots of Mewtwo cards. Mewtwo is my favorite Pokemon. And I actually have been collecting some Mewtwo cards. I'll show you some here in just a second. I don't have a lot of Mews. I have like a small handful of them, but what's with the Discord hits? I'm not seeing any Discord hits in the Discord right now. Hannah? I don't see anybody posting them in there. Oh, where did I lose? Oh yeah, the Electabuzz. So yeah, I've been collecting Mewtwo cards, and I've been making a binder that has nothing but Mewtwo's. Oops, all Mewtwo's is what I call it. Here, I'll show you. So these are some of my favorite cards. So starting off, we have the Mewtwo V Union card, where it's 4 cards that combine together to form one art card. These are some of my older Mewtwo cards, including the promo one from the Pokemon first movie. None of these are worth a lot of money, but they're cool. Sentimental value is through the roof. Then we've got some other ones. And then here's where we get into the GXs, the full arts. So yeah, we've got some Mewtwo GXs. Mewtwo V. I actually have some of these in a deck that I run, and there's the alternate arts of them. Like Mew is one of my favorite Pokemon. Oh, really? This one I think is the most expensive Mewtwo card. I think this one is worth like $50. The rest of them not so much. I got one of the gold variants of the Mewtwo V-Star. And then some of the older Mewtwo EXs. But yeah, that's my Mewtwo collection. I'm always looking for a good Mewtwo. The problem is a lot of like the full art Mewtwo cards are stupid expensive. There are a couple of full art Mewtwo cards in this set that I'm opening tonight that I'm hoping to get. Maybe we get one. Maybe we get one. Maybe we manifest it. You have so much Mewtwo cards. Yeah, it really is. He really is my favorite Pokemon. As a kid, I was always kind of drawn to it. Hannah, I know you're saying that, but like, what does that mean? What's with the hits, with the Discord hits? I don't know what that means. Because no one's posting anything in the Discord to show, so I'm not sure what you're referring to. There were some from the last stream. The THC hit and stuff people send. Yeah, I'm not seeing anybody posting any of them in the Discord, Hannah. Alright, so for this next pack, Destined Rivals, we've got, starting with a energy card. Yeah, no one's sending anything in the Discord. Steven Skarmory. So that Steven deck that just came out is actually pretty cool too. It's very competitive, especially if you do a little bit of tweaking to it. Speaking of Discord, if you are not joined the Discord, there is the link. Thank you, Ghost, for posting that. Steve! Got no one here to keep me company except Steve? Ooh, we got a Carablast in the chat. Exclamation Pokecatch in the chat for a chance to catch that Pokemon. Team Rocket's Golbat. should put these Gen 1 ones to the side. Team Rocket's Archer. You can play this card only if any of your Team Rocket's Pokemon were knocked out during your opponent's last turn. Each player shuffles their hand into their deck. Then you draw 5 cards and your opponent draws 3. Give Archie a compliment. Don't mind if I do. What should I tell him? Oh shit, I can't switch the camera angles. So annoying. He's back there licking himself. Tell him he's doing a good... He is doing a very good job recovering. He had to go to the vet. He's been having some health issues lately, and we got him on some new medicine and got some prescription food for him that hopefully comes in soon that will be able to help him with his bladder infections. He is a strong little boy. He's a good boy most of the time. He's too smart for his own good, because I can tell that he knows when he's being bad. Oh, the Carrot Blast escaped. No one caught it. Lame. Rigged. He knows when he's doing something that he's not supposed to be, and so he's like very like careful about it. Yeah, he's too smart for his own good. All right, we got the Archer. Wellspring Mask Ogerpon. Team Rocket's Blip Bug, Reverse Hollow. Ooh, we got the Reverse Hollow Sacred Ash. Nice. I think this is the universe telling me I need to build a Misty's deck. And Team Rocket Sneasel Hollow card. Very cool. Tell him something like you are happy he is very nice and you got him and that you love him since that's so much that he is there and on your life, and make it something better with a fun moment. He really does. I really do think that when we got our cats, he was our first cat that we got, Archie, and he really did bring a lot of happiness into our life. I got him for Molly as a birthday present, and instantly we fell in love with him. And he was just a little kitty at that time. He was maybe 3 months old when we got him, and yeah, there's something to be said about owning a pet that brings a lot of like joy and happiness into your life, but also a lot of responsibility, and so it makes you very like, I guess, mature and responsible, in that you have to look after another living creature, and there's, I don't know, it's a very rewarding experience. And cats especially are very particular with their affection. They can be very affectionate, but typically they only want affection on their terms. So you cannot force a cat to give you affection. You have to earn it from a cat. And yeah, when he gives you affection, it's always very, very, very extra sweet. He's a very good kitty, and sometimes he'll come and like sleep on the bed with us. He likes to like lay next to my legs on the bed, like just like snuggled up with my legs, and it's great. It's super cute, but sometimes he gets really warm. Moira especially, she gets so warm at night that it's like, all right, you're making me sweat here. Can I just take a moment to appreciate that Ogerpon is very useful, strong, while also rocking a cute skirt? Yes, let's do it. Cute skirt and sandals. Like the Ogerpon designs, I feel like I don't know what I'm looking at here. It's one of those kind of Pokemon designs that it's like I don't get like where its face is, where its arms are. Like the anatomy of it doesn't make any sense to me. Like, is that just like a big like shawl that it's wearing? I don't get it. The orange part is the face. Okay, I see that, but what's the rest of it? That's the mask? Why is it so big? The arms are the shawl. Okay, so it is a shawl. Okay, got it. All right, it's getting late. I have class at 8 a.m. Tomorrow. I'm going to bed. Have a good night. Thanks for hanging out, dude. I'm glad that you were able to make it tonight. And yeah, have a good night, and have a good class tomorrow. And yeah, maybe if we can find some time this weekend to play some games, maybe on Sunday I might be able to be free to play some games. We've got kind of a big weekend planned, and plus it's Father's Day on Sunday, so there's that too. I want to try to play in the tournament on Sunday because a lot of like the top players that normally win the tournaments, they're all leaving for nationals. So there's a chance we could win. That's why I really want to play in the tournament on Sunday. Dipland. Oh, there's an apple. Hippodon. Another Morgarim. Another Venture Bomb. I unfortunately won't be able to play this weekend because next week is midterms and I've got a lot of studying to do, but definitely after exams. Man, I feel like you just had exams. They come so fast. Ooh, reverse hollow pony. Look at that. Oh, that's a cool card. Man, I love the arts on the Ponytas and the Rapidashes. The Rapidae. Anyway, so long, fucker. Have a good night. Steven's Beldum Reverse Hollow. Absolutely. We'll offer games and silliness when you make to the other side. Yeah, absolutely. The Fire Horses. Ooh, we got our first hit from the Destin Rivals. Looks like it's an EX card. We have Sedatan EX. Ooh, I have not seen this card before. This is Sedatan EX. It says whenever your opponent plays an item or supporter card from their hand, prevent all effects of that card done to this Pokemon. Crushing Press, 140 damage. You may discard a stadium card in play. If you do, this attack does 140 more damage. Oh, very cool. That's actually kind of useful. The Whale. Is that what he is? He's the big old whale? Ask the question. Okay. What is a funny moment that you remember from your childhood of teen life? Reason is I want to listen. Okay. A funny moment. What is a funny moment from my teen life? I mean, there was a lot of like random acts of destruction that I did as a kid. I remember there was one time we burned down a porta potty. I don't know if you have those in Germany, but there's basically a portable toilet. You'll see them at construction sites and whatnot. But someone lit a fire in one, and it burned down. And we drove down the street and just watched it burn. And when it got to the tank part of it, it all just went into the street. Yeah, that was... It wasn't me who did it, but someone who I was hanging out with did that. Burned down a porta potty. Yeah, it was... I guess that's not really a funny story, but it was something. I used to get caught sneaking out when I was in high school. I'd get caught sneaking out and going partying, and I used to have to come in through the back door, which was also like the door to the kitchen. And usually, if I came home late enough, everybody would be asleep, and nobody would notice me coming in late. I know you're excited about Travis Hunter, and oh, dude, so stoked! I am so excited for the season to start. I just want to get through training camp already, so that we can just get into the season, because I want to see these guys play. So normally I could sneak in through the back door. Nobody would notice me sneaking in that late. But there was one time when my younger siblings were collecting empty Coke cans, soda cans, so that they could recycle them for money, right? So they had like 3 bags of trash can bags full of empty cans, and against the wall by that door is where we used to stack the mop and the broom. And the door to the back yard had like glass in front of it, and it had blinds, so the blinds would kind of like swing a little bit. I came home drunk one night, and I'm opening the door and didn't notice that the all of those bags of cans were in front of that door, so I like pushed them it knocked over the broom and smashed onto the onto the empty cans and just made the hugest ruckus of noise. So my mom comes out, she's like, what the hell's going on? And I was like, sorry, I lost my key, I had to come in through the back door, and whatever excuse I made. She's like, just go to bed. But yeah, it was like woke everybody up, me knocking over that broom, smashing onto those empty Coke cans. It's like, what the fuck? All right, next pack. Here we go. This one has Mewtwo on the cover, so maybe we're going to get lucky with the Mewtwo card. Sabotage. I know, I feel like maybe that's what it was. It was Sabotage. My dad told me a story that when he was a teenager, whenever he and my uncles would sneak out, my grandma used to get empty Coke bottles. And they would get the Coke bottles from Mexico, so they were like the big ones, and they were made out of glass. And she would put them in front of the windows, so that if they tried to sneak in through a window, they'd knock over the Coke bottle. And they had glass or cement floors, so it would be the loudest thing ever. And so she would catch them sneaking in that way. What is the moment that you had sometimes when you saw your favorite band or something emotionally happen? Oh, hands down, my favorite band concert that I ever went to was Slipknot. Slipknot has always been one of my favorite bands, and I've seen them twice in concert. But one concert I went to, it was the I think it was the All Hope Is Gone tour. No, it was a Subliminal Versus tour. And at the end of the concert, some of the band members came out and threw stuff into the crowd. So Joey Jordison came out and threw his drumsticks into the crowd for people, but Jim Root, their guitarist, threw his guitar pick into the crowd where I was sitting, and I got it. I got his guitar pick, and that was like a really cool thing that I took away from that. Of course, we have portable. Okay, just making sure it's the same thing. Yeah, so I got Jim Root's guitar pick. It was so cool. I don't know where it is. I know I still have it somewhere, but it's probably just sitting in like my closet somewhere. I'd have to look for it. I mean, it wasn't anything fancy. It was just, you know, a plastic guitar pick. So on one side of it, it had this Slipknot logo, and on the other side, it had a number 4, which is what his number is in the band. He's number 4 in the band. So yeah, it was cool. Team Rocket's Giovanni. Ooh, Arcanine. Getting a lot of Gen 1 Pokemon. Okay, cool. That's what I like about Distant Rivals. I love me some Gen 1 Pokemon. Breloom Reverse Hollow. Very cool. Snover Reverse Hollow. And a Ethan's Magcargo. So Magcargo is in the default Ethan's deck, and it's not bad. I mostly just use it. You use it as like a wall, so you put it in the driver's seat and let it soak up some damage. If this Pokemon has no energy attached, it has no retreat cost. So you just keep him plopped up there in the active spot, let him take a few turns of damage, and then you can move him out for free. I must have done a real typo at some point. My TCG player search says detained rivals instead. That happened to me. That happened to you? Yes, I want to know something that happened to you. Tell me something that happened to you. Let's hear one of your stories. I love a good story. Story time. I'm liking the Distant Rivals set so far. I do wish it was a little more themed like Team Rocket. So I think a lot of people are disappointed in the set because they were expecting it to be like the early Team Rocket sets where that had dark Pokemon, like the Dark Mewtwo or the Evil Mewtwo or whatever. Whereas these are just like the Team Rockets version, and it's only some of them. And I think it's because the nature of the way that the Pokemon sets release in America is that they are 2 Japanese sets that have been combined into one set in America. So it's the Glory of Team Rocket set plus the Heat Wave something set. So some of them fit the Team Rocket brand, but other ones don't. And that's what makes it feel a little bit uneven. And the rival factor of it is where you get the things like the Ethan's Pokemon or the Misty's Pokemon, which aren't Team Rocket, but they're like rivals of Team Rocket, and that's where that comes from. But they seem more fitting into the Journey Together set than anything. Ooh, we got another Pokemon. We got a Fomantis appearing in the chat. Exclamation Pokecatch in the chat to try to catch that Pokemon. One day I was with a friend playing as a kid, and a butterfly sits down on your nose, and it was so beautiful, and you were like, "Aw, that's super cute." A butterfly just like flying and sitting on your nose. I never get that lucky. I've had a bird shit on me once, and that sucked. Ugh. It shit on like the back of my neck as I was walking under a tree. And like I felt it and I was like, ugh. And then it's just bird shit on my hand. It was gross. And then people say it's supposed to be good luck if a bird shits on you, but I don't like that. I don't subscribe to that theory. That seems really bad luck. Nature knows something. Team Rocket's coughing. Another Electabuzz. Getting a lot of these ones. Team Rocket's petrol. Yeah, that is shit luck. But you know, it's one of those things that they say, oh, that's good luck if a bird poops on you. Like, who said that that was good luck? Maybe, I think the first person to ever get shit on by a bird tried to spin it and say, no, it's good luck if you get shit on. Trying to spin it somehow, but it's like, no, that's not good luck. That's bad luck. You got shit on by a bird. That should ruin your day. Hey, I was the only one who caught the Fomantis. Get wrecked, nerds. It's all mine. Ooh, I got the Misty Starmie. I kind of want to build a Misty deck in real life and see how it plays. Hippodon. Oh, Ghost, I don't think you got to see my Misty deck in action tonight. Another Reverse Combuskin. Interesting. So that Misty deck is... It's fun, and it's a different kind of mechanic, but it's not necessarily strong. Like, I'm not gonna really hold up against like a Dragapult deck with it. Another Sneasel. I feel like I'm getting some repeats here. Sometimes that happens. Then someone accidentally a ball at your head, and the ball hit the butterfly. It was dead, and my nose broke. Yeah. Oh my goodness, that sounds awful. Wow, that took a really like good luck moment and turned it into a really bad luck moment. Oh, that's awful. Kids were fucking mean to you. Yeah, I mean, kids can be mean. And you know what? To be perfectly honest, I was not a nice kid either. I think growing up, I had a lot of anger issues. And part of that comes from my upbringing, but I don't think I had a good way of expressing myself as a kid, and so that came out in aggression a lot of times. I'm not saying that I was like a bully or anything, but like I got into fights. I was always messing around in class. I was too smart for my own good too, so that was one thing. My teachers always said the same thing. They're like, he's incredibly smart and intelligent. If he only applied himself, he would be doing really well in school, but I fucking hated school. I hated school with an absolute passion, and I hated all my teachers, and I just hated everything about it. So I just, screwed around a lot. School's for nerds, right? School is for fools. I know. And I say that as I was, like last year I was talking about wanting to go back to school, thinking about going back to school to get my master's. Ugh, I don't know if I want to do that. I'm glad it wasn't an act of malice. Accidents happen. Alright. Next pack, we've got Team Rocket Zubat. We've got a Nose Pass. Nose Pass is weird. They remind me of those statues, the Easter Island statues, the ones that are like buried in the ground, like half in the ground. Team Rocket's Raticate, another one of these. Aerocuda. Londo caught Fomantis. Congratulations to you from me. Thank you. I was the only one who caught it. Judge. This judge is not as handsome as the other judges. Fortress. Very cool. Floatzel. Yeah, he looks silly, exactly, right? He's doing like a cool pose. Ooh, Reverse Hollow Team Rocket's Nidoran. Ooh, that's cool. Look at that. Look at the art on that. That's super cool. That is the female Nidoran. That can go in my Gen 1 binder for sure. Oh, guys. We have a full art card here. We have a hit. Houston, we have a hit. Ready? Oh, we got the Spidops. Look at that. Ooh, look at the color. I like that. The green and the black. Super cool. That's fucking dope. I have some of these in TCG Live. Ooh, someone, you want to give me a price check on the Team Rocket Spidops? It is number 187 out of 182. Let me know how much this card is worth. Look at that, man. I love like the heavy shadows on it. That's super cool. And this is that same Spidops that I was talking about that can do some really big damage, especially if I'm running my Grimmsnarl deck because I have the type disadvantage against it. Oh, and dude, 2 hollows. I mean, 2 hits. We have an EX card behind this too. So behind the Spidops, we have Team Rocket's Mewtwo. Let's fucking go. Yes, this is my second Mewtwo. $7 for the Spidops? Hell yeah, I'll take it. 2 Team Rocket's Mewtwo. I am halfway through building a Mewtwo EX deck. It's a sign. I know. I do need to build one. I just need to find a good build for one because that deck seems kind of cumbersome to play. But I do want to build one because I do have a Team Rocket deck box that it would work really well for that. Fuck yeah, we got that Mewtwo, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Let's fucking go. See, this is why I hold off opening packs until stream, because you guys are good luck and you manifested the Mewtwo into reality. Make your own. You know what you're doing. See, I don't, Ghost. I know it appears that I know what I'm doing or that I somehow am competent at the game. I just find somebody else's deck and then learn how to play it. That is what I do. But if I had to build a deck from scratch, I feel like I probably would make a really shitty deck. I don't know. That's not true. I do feel like I do know a lot of the mechanics well enough that I could probably tweak a deck. But there's a lot of like very specific paths and stuff that I wouldn't even think about running. That is what makes a lot of the meta decks work. Yeah, we all make shitty decks when we start. That's so true. I do a lot of research, and that's kind of a weird thing. I don't know. Maybe that's like I will hyper focus on things sometimes and just like learn everything I can about things. Which I think is what makes me really good at like playing pub trivia, because there are super random things that I have gone into incredible deep dives for. Like if I were to read you my Wikipedia history, it would be nuts. Watch here. I'm going to pull it up and read you some of the highlights of my Wikipedia searches. Where can I do that? Search history. Okay. So, search history on Wikipedia. The Sega 32X console. The Konami code. List of Pokemon rivals. Travis Hunter. Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Young Guns, the film, the 1988 film by Christopher Kane. The sport coat. I literally looked at the Wikipedia page of what a sport coat is. Gulf of Mexico, that was apt at the time. Where on Earth is Carmen Sandiego, the animated American television series? Pokemon trading card game. Andy Reid. Diet Coke. The origin of Diet Coke, I researched. Dracula origin. SWAT 4, Police Quest, Dave Mirra, Freestyle BMX 2. Monster Hunter, the video game. Okay. Resident Evil Engine. The Monster cereals. The Beastie Boys. Neverwinter Nights 2. Oh my gosh. This is actually kind of embarrassing. Sugar Daddy the Candy. Susan Sarandon. On November 9th, I looked up the Wikipedia page of Susan Sarandon. So, yeah. Needless to say, I will sometimes go on random deep dives and just learn about the dumbest, most random shit. Stuff that, if I were to do that on like, okay, here's, I don't know, quantum physics, and I did a deep dive on that, like that could be something useful in life that I could contribute to society. But instead, I learned about Susan Sarandon. Where were you on the night of November 9th, 2024? I was looking at a Wikipedia article for Susan Sarandon. Dude, I don't get it. I don't get why I do that kind of stuff. A lot of times it's when I'm laying in bed trying to like wind down for the night. Sometimes I'll just like to read something until I fall asleep. And a lot of times a Wikipedia page is boring enough that it facilitates that for me. But yeah, I learned all about Susan Sarandon. Just the other day, I looked up the Sega 32X gaming console. Keeps your brain doing things. Exactly. Sometimes I'll play Pokemon TCG Live when I'm laying in bed. And I'll be like, okay, I'm going to play until I get a win, and then I'll go to sleep. But sometimes that doesn't happen because I don't win, like, or I'll lose like 3 in a row. And I'm like, fuck this. Fuck this game. I want to read about Susan Sarandon. Cynthia's Gibble. We've got the Skarmory. We've got the Smoliv. Torchic. Teal Mask Ogerpon. Ooh, this is the other Ogerpon. This is not the Teal Mask EX Ogerpon. See, in the Teal Mask Ogerpon EX card, I don't see the face of the Ogerpon. I only ever see this face of it. Man, sometimes the only reliable person for bedtime is Susan Sarandon, right? Look at how cute she is. Or you, who? Susan Sarandon or the Ogerpon? I mean, Susan Sarandon was a total babe. Not gonna lie. Arcanine again. Ooh, Mudbray. Mudbrain's cute. I like Mudbray. Huntail. And the last card is Team Rocket's Articuno. Very cool. Useful in the Mewtwo deck. So yeah, I think I already have one of these Articunos, but if I'm trying to build that Mewtwo deck, here we go. Put these in some sleeves. The color contrast is chef's kiss. Absolutely. Yeah, that Articuno card is dope. It's not super strong as a card, but it has a really good power on it. So, Repelling Veil. Prevent all effects of attacks used by your opponent's Pokemon done to your basic Team Rocket's Pokemon. So, if existing effects are not removed, damage is not an effect. So, it prevents your fellow Team Rocket's Pokemon from getting poisoned or confused or anything like that, put to sleep, but only if they're basics. So yeah, it's not super helpful, but I guess it could come in handy in a pinch. Is it worth having on your bench just for that? Because you probably aren't running water energy in your Team Rocket's deck, and because its power only affects other Team Rocket's Pokemon, it doesn't make it very useful to slot into like a Misty deck or something, because you're not running any Team Rocket's Pokemon in the Misty deck. So yeah, not great. Ooh, we got a Mousehold in the chat. Ghost, I know you want that one for sure. Exclamation Pokey catch to try to catch it. Gotta catch them all, as they say. You know, we've almost gone through the entire ETB. Might as well plow through, right? Let's do it. Normal reaction. Exactly. Well, it's just you and I who have thrown for it, so chances of getting it are pretty good, right? All right, here we go. And I'll speed through these so we can start wrapping up the stream because it's getting a little bit late. Getting past my bedtime. Even though I don't work tomorrow, I do have a therapy appointment tomorrow at 10. Satotl. There is a big GameStop drop happening tomorrow, but I don't know if you want to stand in line for that. Also not working tomorrow. Nice. I know Jace is talking about going to GameStop, so you might see him in line if you decide to go to GameStop. The thing is that GameStop, they've been raising their prices and they're kind of charging almost market price, and I feel like that's very unethical for them to do. Like, they should be charging MSRP. Look at this Nido Queen. This is dope. I'm only going if we can hang out. Yeah. Pokemon is exactly, right? It is a social hobby. Hey, I got the mouse hold. Can I change it, trade it to you? She's about to flatten us. Misty Starmie. Oh man, I gotta build a Misty deck. I gotta build a Mewtwo deck. Another reverse holo Nidoran. Look at that. Look, I got 2 of them. It's the same ETB. Team Rocket's Factory. So this card is handy when you're running a Team Rocket deck. They're twins, right? Once during each player's turn, if they played a supporter card that has Team Rocket in its name from their hand this turn, they may draw 2 cards. Oh, we got another hit. Another hit, gang. We have Team Rocket's Persian. Oh my gosh, so funny because I actually ordered this card. I just got it in the mail like 2 days ago. Where is it? Yes, I ordered one in the mail. It was like a 35-cent card, but I really wanted a Persian, so I ordered it. But here we go, I pulled one. I have to figure out someone else before your. Oh, are you gonna get that to me for my birthday? That's sweet. I told you not to. Okay? I told you I was gonna order it because it was so cheap, but I just really wanted a Persian. I like Persians. There is a Persian card from the what's the one? Shrouded Fable that is super fucking cool. It's like a Persian in a high-rise apartment, and it's like looking out the window into the city. It's such a cool art card. You told me that after I told you I wanted to give it to you. All right, well, I guess I'll collect a bunch of Persians, I guess, now. Dingus egg. All right, let's do the last pack. We're gonna do the last pack. Let's do it. Last pack magic. I was supposed to put these in top loader sleeves. I don't know why I didn't. Let me do that now. Let's get some hype in the chat for last pack magic here. Hopefully we get lucky. We get something big. Maybe we get an art Mewtwo. I would love another Mewtwo card. I want one of those ones that has like Giovanni in it. Super fucking cool. Pop this in here. I'll probably eventually make that Team Rocket's Mewtwo deck. Thank you, Gus, for all that hype. So you guys are going out of town this weekend, right? Together, you and Nate? And then you come back in town and then you leave again? Or are you going for work this weekend? I forgot. I got all my dates all screwy. We decided not to? Oh no! Was there any particular reason why, or is it just you didn't want to stack too many things on top of each other? We're gonna stay home. We didn't plan well enough. Yeah, I'm kind of bummed out. You know what? That happens. I feel like as an adult, there's always something to be said about the endorphin rush that you get from canceling plans. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm just like chilling at home and you know that you have to like go out or something, and then somebody cancels plans, you're like, yes, thank God I get to stay in. I've even had that reaction from dates. Like if I had a date planned and I'm like, I really don't want to have to go on this date now and spend money and blah, blah, blah. And then she'll like text me and be like, hey, would it be okay if we canceled? I'm like, yes, that would be absolutely fine. And she'd be like, I'm so sorry. I'm like, no, totally cool. Don't worry about it. I'm going to stay in my pajamas and rewatch The Simpsons. Like, that's what I'm doing. Preach, John Mulaney. Is John Mulaney okay now? Like, are we allowed to enjoy John Mulaney, or is he still off limits? I never know. So I put on a sweater and a pair of corduroy pants, and I felt safe. Another Nidorina. Dude, I got the whole... I got the Nidoran, the Nidorina, and the Nidoqueen tonight. Steven's Baltoy. I don't know, man. Yeah, I never know either. Arbok. Cool. I don't think I have an Arbok in my Gen 1 binder, so I can put them in there. Spiking with Jim. Totally handy in the Grimmsnarl deck. Mudsdale. Yay. Got the evolution line. I did have a conversation with the masseuse recently. Dressed down to your comfort. And I looked around for extra clothes. Do I have one of those big wool Irish sweaters? You know, those really thick wool ones. Another Mudbray. I've gotten a few of these duplicates. So I got 2 of those Nidorinas and then 2 of the Mudbray reverses. Obama Snow reverse hollow. The cable knit ones, exactly. Just really thick knit. And the last card of the night is... not a hit. Misty's Gyarados. Oh boy. All right. Well, that is the universe telling me I need to assemble a Misty's Gyarados deck. Still rad. Yeah, I'm one step closer to the edge. And I'm about to break out this Misty's Gyarados. Linkin Park. I was really into that band. Well, no, that's not true. I wasn't really into them. I loved their first album. Not a big fan of their second album. And then they kind of fell off for me. Everything you say to me. Man, that song, though, I thought it was awesome. I had that song on the Dracula 2000, the movie soundtrack. It was on there. That was the first time I ever heard Linkin Park. And I was like, what is this band? This was so rad. Like, it was like rapping and metal mixed together. What? It was so cool. I can't believe we opened that entire ETB tonight. I may have overdone it. Poor Chester. Yeah, and actually listening to Linkin Park now is actually kind of hard to do, knowing about what happened to Chester. It makes it very difficult to like listen to some of those songs, because at the time the lyrics just seemed very like angsty, teeny, you know, they almost seemed corny in how like emotional they were, emotional coded. But it was all there, man. Like that he was putting it all out there. So listening to Linkin Park now in hindsight gives it a very different kind of meaning. Okay. Anyway. Yeah, he did. And you know, you have to really respect that of an artist, because and I think that really tells a lot about like my taste for music. Is I can listen to any kind of music as long as it's honest, good music. I can appreciate the artistic value of it, and I can enjoy it, right? So whenever you hear honest songs like that, it makes you really appreciate them more because you're like, oh, this guy's really putting it all out there. He's bearing his soul for the world. And that's super cool. That's definitely like commendable. All right, gang, it is that time. My watch has been dead for like 6 months. I need to change the battery on it. I have not changed the battery on it. It's just such an inconvenience to go change a watch battery. But yeah, Snipes, how you doing, bud? Thank you for liking the TikTok. So it's perpetually 12:30. I don't know if you can see that. It's 12:30 somewhere. But that's my bedtime. So I should get to bed. Let's send a raid out. Let me see who we got online that I can send a raid to. I hope you guys had fun. I had a blast. This was great. We opened some prismatic evolution packs. We opened the entire Destined Rivals Elite Booster box from the Pokemon Center. Had some really cool hits. The big hits of the night being the Team Rocket Spidops, and of course the Wobbuffets, both the $53 Elite Trainer Box Pokemon Center version and the regular version, which is only $3. Yeah, big hits. I'm super happy for it. Yeah, this was great. We had some really good battles. Soon, Ghost, I want to show you this Misty's deck that I have in TCG Live. It's wild. When you see how it runs, you're going to be like, what is this deck? This is insane. And it's kind of trollish. But anyway, we're going to send a raid out to... Let me see who I got online right here. Ooh, Zorzi is playing. Zorzi raided us on Tuesday. We're going to return the favor and send the raid over to Zorzi, who is playing some Dead by Daylight. So let's go say what's up to Zorzi. I hope you all have a great night. And we will be back on Tuesday at 7 p.m. Mountain, 8 p.m. Central, so you can catch some more Spectre Vision. Until then, so long, fuckers. I hope you have a great night. And I can't push the button. I have to find where it is on here. Where is it? Okay. Bye. So long, fuckers. Bye.
There you go. There you go. Yippee! Doing. Raid. Why did I say party? Thank you for the raid. I know I said party because it says party in the freaking message.